Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, everyone? How's it going tonight? What's up, Freed Fox? Pumpkin? Stone? How goes it? Kaiser? Hunting of the Wicked. It is stream time. I'm excited for this deck. This deck looks pretty sweet. Oh, this is a short overlay. That means we get more room for the chat. Yeah. Moburu, thank you for the follow. Gigafact, thank you, thank you. Here, let me make this chat a little bigger real quick before we get into it. Griffin, what's up? Thank you, everyone, for the follows. A whole string of follows. How do I make the overlay for the deck? Is there an app? Yes, that's a goldfish tool we have. Can you read the chat now? Is it big enough to be read on full screen mode? Yeah, it's a tool Richard made for goldfish. Man, a whole string of follows. Hunting the Wicked, someone else I missed. You're overlapping on each other. Awesome, thank you. I can probably make the font a bit bigger. Let me see. How's that? Hopefully that's a little bigger. What's up, Fiblas? Full Flame, thank you for the follow. So yeah, we get to just toss. Basically, if you use Goldfish, all the decks have an ID. So I can just put the deck ID into... Yeah, I just did. Did it not actually get bigger? I just controlled plused the chat. Oh, it's probably on delay. Maybe? Not that much of a delay. What's up, everyone? China Bull, Mesris. Pocket Change Game, thank you for the follow. Yeah, there we go. Now the chat's a bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. The chat's a little bigger now. There's going to be that little gap there, but that's as good as we can do because of how the chat's set up. Pocket Change Game, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is a list that Saito played at the last GP. It reminds me a little bit of the one that we played on Budget Magic, because it has the Rattle Chains Dimensional Infiltrator Flash package, backed up by counter spells like Spell Shrivel and Clash of Wills. There should be video. I see video. There is a delay on Twitch, so remember that. We got those 4 main deck Golden Knight Castigators. We're going to be risky and hope for the best. Otherwise, a little bit of removal. Fevered Visions, one of my favorite cards. And then sideboard, pretty straightforward. 4 negates, 3 Seismic Ruptures, basically a Pyroclasm effect, 4 Roast, and 4 Dark Dwellers. So we'll see how this goes. It looks pretty spicy. Yeah, this is the exact list that Saito played, so yeah, I'm playing exactly like he did. I'm assuming the thinking is the mana's a little easier. You don't have the double blue like you do in Void Shatter, so I think that that's why he went that direction. Yeah, so that's the deck. It seems pretty interesting. Yeah, Fevered Visions is a really powerful card. Oh, apparently I've been saying Saito's name wrong. I need to brush up on my Japanese. Mobby? What's up, Mobby? How are you a Newfoundler, Mobby? I remember you. The deck list is very clean. Lots of 4-ofs, a few lands. Alright, but we're going to do a league, and then if we have time, when the league is over, which we might, this deck seems pretty fast. Fairly fast. If we have time when the league's over, we will wrap up tonight with a viewer battle of Momir. So, if we have time, a viewer battle Momir to close it out tonight. Ah, Mobby, you saw it. Did you see the spelling error I put in it? Hopefully not. Forget that I said that. Oh, there. The chat, apparently, you can't minimize it for some reason. It should be scrolling now. Do I ever do draft or sealed? I do. I love playing limited. The chat should start moving again now. It was minimized, and apparently it stops scrolling if it's minimized. But it should, it'll start going. Give it a second. There you go. There, you gotta remember the delay. So whenever I do something, it takes like 10 seconds to reach you. Alright, lead time. Kaiser. What's my favorite planet? I don't know if I really have a favorite. That's, not something I've really thought about too much. I mean, they're all decent. Yes, I'm in the future by a few seconds. Oh, yeah, so we have a bot set up now. So if you type exclamation point and things in the chat, you can actually see them. So there is a list of what commands there actually are, but there's like deck will show you the deck list. Of course, replay will give you the link to the MTG Goldfish replay channel. Which is where you can find all of our old streams. Everything's been updated, so if you want to see the old streams, make sure to subscribe to the Goldfish Replay channel. And then, if you want to support the stream, and the website, and the YouTube channel, you can type in playmat, and get a link to the official MTG Goldfish playmat. There'll probably be more commands in the future. There's probably some other ones that are defaults set up by the bot. Apparently money is not one of them, as Bone Reavers found out. Hey, we actually got matched against another 0-0. Find a league opponent in this century. Good job. It did work. Alright, so we're going to play first with this one, I think. We do need a Saffron Olive story command, or overlay. We also need a Richard command. Someone brought that up yesterday. I don't know what it would be. I was trying to think about that earlier today. I don't know what the Richard command would be. Maybe a link to your record in supplemental product battles against me? I vote for that one. Owen a million. Actually, no, you won the last one, so not O anymore, but... Alright, we gotta mulligan this. We can't keep one mountain. Sorry, Richard, I couldn't resist. Alright, Gold Knight Castigator, gonna get it done. I don't think we want to keep a mountain, though. So, Shivan Reef, go. Oh, no, you can curse on... I'm sorry, Richard, I was just messing around. Richard! I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm sorry! Don't fire me. I love my job. Alright, we're gonna kill the Gossip Monger, play an island, we can start clashing. But what if we wanted to clash X0 Bone Reavers? To generate Storm, for example. Kytheon, okay. We're gonna, no other 1-drop? This seems like a rough matchup for Gold Knight Castigator. It feels like we're gonna play it and then our opponent is just gonna kill us. Oh, the Rock would be a good Karn. I could see that. Doing well, D-Many. How are you tonight? Alright, we take 2 from Kytheon. Hopefully we can Clash of Wills something. Thalia's Lieutenant? Yeah, that is something. Yeah, these are promo basics. I need to get some new promo basics, I'm realizing. Okay, well, I mean, we don't have anything else going on, so let's lose. So we get in for 4, but then we take 4? That seems like a really bad plan. Thanks for the follow, Scuttle. And anyone else who I missed while I was, focusing on how we're about to die to our own Gold Knight Castigator. Knight of the White Orchid. What's up, Buddha Head? It goes pretty well, except we're playing Gold Knight Castigator in our main deck, and we're about to get punished for it. Otherwise, well. Yeah, I feel like we run into Bant humans, like, constantly. So many Bant humans. Thanks for the follow, Simon H95. Well, at least they killed our Gold Knight Castigator instead of killing us. Yeah, this has been a bad draw. We mulligan and just drew like a million lands. BB! Thank you for the follow. Taking 2. Yeah, the against odds, I was really worried. I did not think we were ever... Alright, let's crack our clue. All the fumerals! Alright, fumeral 1, go! I was getting worried we were never going to actually win. Like, with the combo. The bribery wins were sweet, and bribery might be real sideboard card in Modern right now, actually. Ridley, thank you for the follow. I think that it might be worth playing bribery. Yeah, we got Fumeraltron. I know, that was so frustrating. That was completely my fault, D-Many. I uploaded it and thought it was all good and went to bed, and then I woke up the next morning to a ton of comments about how it was not good, and I had to figure out what was wrong. Oh no! Call this Saito Mana Flood .deck. Jeez. Yeah, bribery is super sweet. I'm gonna start putting bribery in, like, basically any deck that can cast it, as long as people are playing Nahiri. Yeah. Who typed the land command? Well, we get to Fumeral. Pretty soon we're going to be able to activate multiple Fumerals in the same turn. Standard lands. Yeah, I wish we had a Vortex. Molten Vortex. Your internet is killing you? Oh, we don't have quality options right now. Well, I think we're just going to kill the Expedition Envoy. If we block Kytheon, they can just make it indestructible. How did Jim do with the deck earlier this week? I didn't know he had played it. Yeah, blue-red lands. Land still. We need a standstill. Standstill would be sweet. I have done Gitrog Monster and I have done Vortex, but I have not done them together. Valka would be solid here. Yeah, I'm not sure how we win from here. And Athalia's lieutenant. Well, I guess we get... Oh, have we... Our opening hand was Clash, Fiery Impulse, and Castigator. We mulliganed, and we have literally drawn a land every single turn. 7 turns in a row. Oh, if the music is loud, I tried to check it, but I can turn it down a bit more if it is encroaching on my beautiful voice. Well, I think we just scoop it up. That was rough. So, Mardu Walkers was really popular, but it kind of got the wrong week because Slivers was also an option, and people seem to love Slivers more than just about anything ever. Maybe get rid of Stratus Dancers. They don't have that much to counter, and go down some spell. Well, actually, we should probably take out Fevered Visions in this matchup. Fevered Visions is probably really bad. I'm going to trust Saito. Saito is quite the player. So if Saito thinks 24 is the way to go, it probably is the way to go. Gotta go with Saito. Yo. Well, at least we get to see you play it on stream, right? Yeah. Think we could ever see Thrumming Stone Relentless Rats on against odds? Yeah, that could happen. I tried to build a deck with Thrumming Stone and like 250 Shadowborn Apostles, but I couldn't get all the Shadowborn Apostles. Apparently it's really hard to get 250 of the same card on Magic Online, so I gave up on that. Well, Seismic Rupture is kind of a bomb. Facecam, possibly. That could be a thing that might happen. Shivan Reef, ship the turn. I think people love the idea of Sliver Toolbox with all the abilities, different slivers, really just file, muscle sliver variants all day. There is a lot of different slivers in the deck, though. Like, yeah, it is Sliver Lords that make you win, but there are a lot of Silver Bullet slivers, Sliver Bullets, in the deck. I'm excited to get a chance to play it. Like, I'm pretty sure it'll be the videos. Like, if you just look at the numbers on it, yes, people like the Mardu Planeswalker deck, but I think Seismic Rupture is better because we have all flyers, so it's kind of like Whip Flare and Affinity. Comac, thank you for the follow. So it's, yeah, it's like Whip Flare in Modern Affinity, where it kills all of our opponent's creatures, but doesn't kill our creatures. So I'm pretty sure that's the idea of Seismic Rupture. Knight of the White Orchid, sure. Well, I don't even know if we do counter that, because we can Seismic Rupture it. They don't get a land. Yeah, we probably better. We don't have any creatures we can play. Thanks for the follow, Takar something something. Roast. Alright, Mountain Go. Doesn't that mean that once you get a Relentless Rats, if you don't get 4 lands, you go infinite because of the triggers? Ripple is a May ability, so you don't have to cast the cards, so you can take as many as you want to. But you don't have to just keep doing it until you deck yourself. I want more than just a 2-for-1 with Rupture. I want to completely clear out our opponent's hand with Rupture. Maybe I'm being too greedy, but down to 16. Well. Gold Knight Castigator. Get in there. Well, opponent's down to 16. Gold Knight Castigator is a fast clock. Also gives our opponent a fast clock. Knight of the White Orchid. Gets our opponent a land. See, hopefully this is blowout time for Seismic Rupture, as long as they don't have Thalia's Lieutenant. Alright, Declaration Stone, sure. Yeah, this deck is... that part is pretty greedy. Collected company price causes me to facepalm. I hope it'll be lower when it rotates still. Yeah, and the price of collected company is after they reprinted it in a dual deck. So, or a Magic Origins Clash Pack or something. They actually put it in a supplemental product. Yeah, they probably should have attacked before they killed our Castigator, but that's okay. We're very bad at drawing creatures, apparently. Always watching, sure. Thraben Inspector. Alright. Another Seismic Rupture. Seismic Rupture is definitely worse with the always watching on the battlefield. Unless we can double up. Creature for once. Ugh. Alright, let's just pass. Do any enchantments give cards a Boros Reckoner type effect? Oh, not off the top of my head. It is a good way of pressuring Planeswalkers. I can see that. Do I think there will be any valuable tokens in Eternal Masters? The only spirit for Orchard is $30 because it's a non-pack promo. I would have to look at the tokens. I actually didn't pay a whole lot of attention to what the tokens are, so I'm not 100% sure. Alright, let's get rid of Inspector now. Creature? Alright. Gold Knight Castigator. It is 4 pretty guaranteed damage against this deck. Yeah, the deck is very playsetty. Even the sideboard is full of playsets. Oh, Gideon? Alright, 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 alright. And Expedition Envoy. What's Gideon gonna do? Emblems? Ooh, talk about greedy. Now I think we just win. We get to Fiery Impulse, Expedition Envoy. Attack with Castigator. Well, when Castigator gets through, hey, thanks for the follow, X something. When Castigator just gets to attack all the time, it's pretty good. What was the misplay there? No BD. If they can't kill Castigator, we just win here. Another Gideon. Alright, that does it. Get in for 4 with Castigator and then Exquisite Firecraft. Doodlefish. Thank you for the follow. Oh yeah, our opponent's made a few misplays. It happens. Well, our opponent's just dead now. I feel like we've drawn really badly and we still won, so that's a good sign. Well, that would give you an advantage if you were playing me and watching me stream. No redirect. And that should do it. Sweet. Alright, so the deck was good that game, and I didn't even feel like we drew very well, so... Iron, thank you for the follow. Yeah, just wait. Pretty soon we will be partnered, and then you'll have quality options all the time instead of just, like, half the time. What's my favorite version of a Planeswalker? The Ninjury, thank you for the follow. My favorite version of a Planeswalker is Venser the Sojourner. Ah, I love Venser so much. I also like... For planeswalkers with multiple versions, that's actually a good question. Like, Jace, it's Jace the Mind Sculptor. No doubt about it. Although little Jace, Jace Bellerin is not bad. I like Jace Bellerin as well. Speaking of Jace Bellerin, Rough Drafts comes out tonight. Gotta watch, even if you don't watch the entire thing. And I recommend you watching the entire thing. But you should watch the second round of the Rough Drafts, because it is one of the most absurd games of Limited I've ever played. I'm very proud of how that game went. It was awesome. It was such a good game. Can you make a modern deck with Castigator and Doran? That is quite the mana consideration, but it would be sweet. So are we just running it back like this? Is Dark Dwellers worth it? Dark Dwellers could be worth it. We get rid of Castigator, get back Dark Dwellers to get more Roast and Firecrafts. Castigator was good that game, but it's so risky. Hey, thanks for the follow, Vetressa. I'm pretty sure we can't play Fevered Visions. My favorite Sorin is Sorin, Lord of Innistrad. My favorite Gideon is Gideon Jura, the original. Oh, Gideon Jura, I really love that card. Not just because sometimes people attack into it wrongly for like 20 minutes on Magic Online. I've actually had people, because if you +2 Gideon, it says, it seems simple. All creatures, an opponent's controller, whatever, must attack Gideon the following turn. What's up, Arch? And Angry Turbet, thank you for the follow. So it seems simple, but some people have a really hard time figuring that out, so they just attack with different combinations of creatures for like 5 minutes, and then end up scooping because they can't figure out why they can't attack. Best version of Karn Liberated, if we're only going with Planeswalkers. Actually, even if we're only even if we included creatures, Karn Liberated is better than Silver Golem. Our opponent playing their way into a blowout with our Seismic Rupture. Ooh, and a Clash of Wills. Feel like we're in good shape now. We can start playing flash creatures. Pain, thank you so much for the follow. Favorite Ajani? Probably Vengeance, because getting rid of lands, messing with people's lands and mana screwing them is kind of fun. Did our opponent draw land 2? Oh, they just keep playing Inspectors. Well, let's Dimensional Infiltrator. Yeah, it might just be the internet. We don't have quality options today, unfortunately. Soon we will be partnered, and being partnered not only means we get emotes, but also we'll have quality options all the time. Alright, let's get in with Dimensional Infiltrator. Play a Shivan Reef, pass the turn. We're gonna... thanks for the follow, Dolphin. We're gonna milk the Seismic Rupture for all it's worth. Hopefully get our opponent to play even more creatures into it. Best Liliana is Dual Deck Liliana. I actually like the original Liliana, but it can't compare to Liliana the Veil. Liliana the Veil is a very good card. Alright, Rattle Chains. Keep the Flyers going. Ooh, Gold Knight? Well, that sounds risky right now. Ugh, Dark Realms was so bad. Cheryl, thank you for the follow. Well, let's just take our 3-for-1 and be happy with it. See, this is why Seismic Rupture is better in this deck than Kozilek's Return. We get to keep our creatures. We're 0-0 right now, Paranorma Activa. I've been playing Budget Fever Tutelage. What do you think about Forgotten Creation? Forgotten Creation is sweet. I haven't actually tried it myself in the deck, but it seems like it could be cool. The only question is how much it would just die, because there's not many other things for removal to hit. So I imagine it would die quite a bit, but I'm going to try some of your budget aggro decks in Modern, but can't decide goblins or allies. I think the Goblin 8-whack deck is more competitive than Allies. Allies is cool, maybe cooler than Goblins, but as far as how competitive it is, I think it's very clearly the Goblin deck. Salty, thank you for Salty Bagel Buns, thank you for the follow. Yeah, as far as competition level, definitely Goblins. Amirian, thank you as well. Lots of follows today, thanks everyone. Well, we got our opponent down to 6. We get to sit on a counter, attack for 2, and then Exquisite Firecraft. Yeah, 8-whack is a pretty good deck. Handwear Militia Captain, gonna be a bit too slow. Alright, let's crack our clues, because we can. Pretend like we don't have the wind in hand. Another Seismic Rupture. Seismic Rupture, oh, I could have won with Golden Knight Castigator too. Well, this is fine. A win's a win, even though Golden Knight Castigator is probably a cooler way to win. Exquisite Firecraft, and good game, opponent. Well, that went pretty well. Ninth Settler, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I didn't end up doing it. Our opponent reveals their hand, a Gideon, Handweir, Thalia, and another Declaration in Stone. This is the Freak Fandango Orchestra, a song by the name of We'll Save the World. So let's update this record. The 5-0 Dream is alive tonight, alive and well. As we are currently 1-0. Owl Cave Studios, thank you for the follow. You can play budget allies without Ether Vial, although Vial is good in allies. Oh, D-Many, I'm good at crushing dreams. Other than when we were playing Night Super Friends, we don't 5-0 very often. Yeah, Freak Fandango Orchestra is pretty sweet. And it doesn't get our stream muted. The video on demand, so win-win. Please do the Sliver deck for the next Much Brew About Nothing, please. Okay, the votes are still rolling in for Slivers. Possibility Storm, thanks for the follow. I don't think you'll be disappointed. People love the Slivers, so I would be very shocked if it was somehow beat out. Although, people like the Mardu Planeswalker, 87 card, Mardu Super Friends. That deck is so absurd. Mono Green Super Friends with Oath of Nissa. So, oh, who was it? Ralph Levy was playing Green-White this week in Standard, and casting Chandras with no red mana, just because he was playing Oath of Nissa. So apparently, apparently it's possible. There's an option to go spicy with blue-black mill reanimate allies. That's true. I don't remember the name of the card, but there is one that mills whenever an ally enters the battlefield. I'm the Hound. Thank you for the follow. Why do you think no one has tried running Brutal Expulsion? Seems like a really good card in several shells, and the toughness on a lot of creatures lines up well with many current threats. It's a good question. It's a little expensive, but... Captain Sensible, were you in the 2-player queues earlier? were you playing Jund in the 2-man queues about an hour ago? That was the GP in Minneapolis, I believe, is the one he was at. Why does grad school mean you can't draft? Ah, Halimar Excavator. Excavator, yeah. That's the card I was thinking of. Yeah, I could imagine Brutal Expulsion being good. I guess it's a little expensive. Zebicus, thank you for the follow. Or Zebius? Zebicus? Oh, thanks, Dark Spy. I'm glad you enjoyed the Against the Odds. I could see it in the Blue-Red Eldrazi list. Oh, man. Captain Sensible. That Damnation was super brutal. Oh, I thought I had all of your removal locked with multiple diffusion slivers, but nope. Damnation. I had regeneration and 2 diffusion slivers. I didn't think there was any way my stuff was going to die. But Damnation kills anything. Leaf Beef, thanks for the follow. Did I consider Prismatic Omen for today's Against the Odds? I wasn't really concerned about the lands. Unless we're going to try to cheat Coalition Victory into play with like Spellweaver Helix, which we can't just play Spellweaver Helix every time we play an expensive sorcery deck. Then I don't think the lands are a big deal, just because it's pretty easy in Modern to get 5 basics of any color. And plus I wanted to play ramp cards anyway, so I think that was fine. Talent of the Telepath Against the Odds. I think I've played that in some of the mill decks in the sideboard, or maybe even the main deck. I was expecting to see Reality Hemorrhage as side of some decks, but nothing till now. Yeah? So how was last night's Commander Clash? Oh, Dark Spy, you are in for a treat. Oh, it had one of my favorite moments of any Commander Clash. And of course it happens to Jake. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, you definitely gotta watch. There's a great moment in it. Oh, it made me so happy. I'm laughing now just thinking about how frustrating it must have been for Jake. Oh, so good. Come on, Moto, it's been 5 minutes. Our chances of playing Momir are getting smaller with every minute that passes with Moto not putting us into a match. Oh, Jake gets salty sometimes, but it cracks me up. So was my deck sweet? My deck was so sweet. Who was it that I got my deck from? It was submitted by Adam Kaiser or something like that. So yeah, the deck was sweet. Very, very sweet. Yeah, this deck showed up at a GP this weekend. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this deck is essentially budget Magic prices. It's 70 ticks right now, I think, and 70 bucks in paper. So if you're looking for a budget option, and it's fairly close to the blue-white version I played. If you bought the main cards, I think you could have the blue-red version and the blue-white version for not much additional money. I think it's going up this week, Dark Spy, the Commander Clash. I'm pretty sure. Painswalker, thank you for the follow. Yep, this is the Saito deck. Any chance you will put up a total burn deck in the near future, maybe with the help of new expansions? I don't know if there's enough stuff to play burn in Standard. And I already played Mono Red Burn in Modern, and I hate burn. But maybe. It could happen. Burn isn't as bad as I thought. Oh, I love Fevered Visions. Fevered Visions is so sweet. Yeah, Fairies is a cool deck. This is kind of like Standard Fairies. The blue-white version reminded me even more of Standard Fairies because we had Thopter Spy Network. Horrors in Modern. I just started playing Pauper. I didn't know commons could be... Yeah, I was actually just talking to Jake last night. Oh, this is a ramp deck? Ugh. Well, we got counters. I was just talking to Jake last night, who does all the Pauper videos on the site, and he brought up a good point that Pauper is actually more similar to Legacy or Vintage, surprisingly, in a lot of ways than it is to Standard, because of like the counter spells you get to play. You get lightning bolts and dazes, delvers. I thought that was interesting, and I never really thought about that before, but I think that's true. Well, I'm going to start firing off Exquisite Firecrafts, because we are just on the burn plan, essentially. Get in for 4. I like that this deck hits in chunks of 4, so we basically got to get in a total of 5 hits with Castigators and Exquisite Firecrafts. Today we are playing Blue-Red Fliers. Goat Napper. Goat Napper against the odds. That would be the worst against the odds, even though it would be really funny. But I think Goat Napper would be the worst against odds, because what are the odds that we ever run into a goat across the board that we can nap? Pretty slim, I think. If there's ever a goat meta, though, or a tier 1 goat deck, Goat Napper would be so good. Yeah, Kurt Apis, we actually have... That's why I was talking to Jake about Pauper. We did a Pauper countdown for Eternal Masters, talking about all the new additions. I think that'll be coming out next Tuesday in the Playing Pauper slot, because I think Jake is going bi-weekly. Is that right? I think it'd be bi-weekly. Anyway, every other week with Playing Pauper for the next bit of time while he is focusing on his recovery. Put goats in your tone. Give the opponent goats and then nap them back. Okay. Our opponent just fired off the Kozilek's return. Well, double Gold Knight Castigators. maybe Saito was onto something with this Gold Knight Castigator thing, because it's kind of working. Play the White Changeling spell with Goat Napper. What's up, Stu? Yeah, you got here just in time to see us beat down with horrible bulk mythics. Traverse. Do they have Delirium? Land, instant, no, creature, they do. What can they get though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think they can get anything that matters, can they? Oh, they can 16 us with Gaia's Revenge. Good God. No! It's doubled twice! Oh my God. No! Are you serious? Oh, Gaia's Revenge for 32. Oh my Lord. Well, I felt like we were pretty far ahead there too. Yeah, this is Saito's list. So Gaia's Revenge, eh? Yeah, things I never thought I'd see happen. How is it? I don't even know if that was a punt, that sandwich. I wasn't expecting Gaia's Revenge. What can I do about that? I mean, I guess I could have left back a Castigator, but I was thinking World Breaker, Ulamog, things like that. Yup. Cold Knight is a cruel mistress. We got in a ton of damage, and then we got absolutely wrecked by it. So I think we want negates, maybe? I'm not sure about Fevered Visions. Chandra... 6, 12, 8. Yeah, Chandra would have killed me too. I guess there were a lot of things that would have killed me there. World Breaker wouldn't have killed me. World Breaker has... does not have haste. Can also run Consuming Sinkhole, 4 damage, no drawback at instant speed. Consuming Sinkhole? Is that a card in our current standard? Thanks for the follow, Fade to Black. Consuming Sinkhole. Well, we learned a lesson. Never go double Gold Knight Castigator. Oh, well, that was fun. Do we really want all these negates? Clash of Wills can be hit or miss. Spell Shrivel. I guess we just get rid of impulses. Consuming Sinkhole, 4 damage, Devoid. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know about Consuming Sinkhole. Yeah, we do need a lessons learned counter. So what do we learn this week? Never play double Gold Knight Castigator. You will regret it. Yeah, that was fun. We were 1 turn away from winning too, but I guess I could have left a Castigator back and we still would have been on pace to win. A lessons learned command would be pretty good. I'll have to add that. Thanks for the follow, Feels Russian. Alright, we got our flash plan going. Why not blue-white? I just wanted to try out the blue-red version. I still like the blue-white version because Thopter Spy Network is super sweet. And so are Clue Tokens. But I wanted to try out this version. It seems similar. This seems like a more aggressive version of the blue-white version we were playing on Budget Magic and on the Tuesday stream. The Aramont, thank you for the follow. Well, we might as well start negating things, I think. What is up on tree? Profound Hobo. Thank you, thank you. 34 Gold Knight Castigators. That sounds like a lot of damage going at us. Altered Ego, cloning Gold Knight Castigator. Yeah. Caked Right of Replication on Gold Knight Castigator. Getting paid to do so? Awesome. Sounds like a good job. Maybe almost as good as my job. With 34 in play, it's only 27 trillion damage from a 1/1. I bet that would have to blow up Moto, right? And maybe my computer along with it. Do I need to shrivel this? Yeah, I guess we can. We'll shrivel. Yes, we did lose to it. Treefolk Turtle Lorewyn deck. Yeah? The deck I built for Rough Drafts was pretty sweet. There were tree folks. There were no turtles. CSL starts at 8, I believe, about an hour and 15 minutes from now. So I moved up the stream a little bit earlier to not go up against... Ooh, alright. Not go up directly against CSL. No Bandless Modern sounds pretty interesting. You're gonna DM me, Chaz, Stu? Alright, go ahead and DM me. Is that a real deck? I thought you were just joking around. Well, we have a pretty fast clock in the air. And we have a counter to not die to Kozilek's return. Yeah, I was tempted to build one just for the fun of it. Tudor, thank you for the follow. But it's got to just be Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp deck has to be the best deck. I'm curious to see what people make, though. They've done an interesting job a good job of making interesting decks on CSL. It's not just super spiky, which is what I would expect in No Bandless Modern and a lot of the formats. Alright, we're just going all out aggro. Hope they can't kill us with Kozilek's return. They don't have red mana right now, but we get to hit them for 10 next turn, and then we... Ooh. Well, never mind. New plan. Let's just play face down Stratus Dancer, be in for 6, and then we still have protection from Kozilek's return. Yeah, I mean, Affinity's sweet with artifact lands. Do you have any ideas what could do to replace Cletus in blue backyard creatures deck from the other day, the instant deck? Replacing Cletus is just so difficult. There's not really a good replacement. Saffron Olive. Saffron Olive? How did you get my name? I've been hacked, but thank you for following me. CSL is Community Super League, a streaming event that a bunch of big people in the community do. Kalitas. Kalitas is hard to beat. Oh, that's a 0 instead of a O. Alright. I was not hacked. That's good, I guess. 0 is a cheat. And then I guess you could use, like, a number 1 for the L. So I don't know. I think we're in pretty good shape in this game. But then I thought that in the last game, too. And we got wrecked, so... Has anyone played Thunderclap? No, a lot of people have asked me about Thunderclap. But I have not played it. I don't know if anyone else has. But I have not. Come on, fire off right now. Kozlik's return. Sylvan Advocate? Oh, we're so close to winning. Well, let's just hit for 6. Any chance someone of the Goldfish crew joined the CSL? Who knows what'll happen in the future. What's up, Ormond? Good evening to you. Castigator is a high variance card, as we learned last game. It did a good job of putting us very far ahead, then did just as good of a job of killing us. Goblin Game? Jeez. So, wait. Skull Clamp, Artifact Lands, Hypergenesis, all come off the ban list for no ban list Modern. And someone builds Goblin Game deck. I would give someone mad props if they went to play no ban list Modern and ended up with Goblin Game. I don't even know what that card does. That is maybe the most confusing card I've ever read. It doesn't even, like, specify. It's just, I think it says items, like hide items. Like, you're supposed to walk around the room that you're in and, like, I don't know, stick things underneath of other things so people can't find them. It's really, just really weird. Do you think Triskaidekaphobia has any chance of being good in Standard once the pain lands? Rotate, I'm trying to make Triskaidekaphobia build. It will get better in Standard. Maybe it's good enough to be, like, sideboard card in a control matchup. Whether it would be, like, a tier 1 deck, that's probably a stretch. Yeah, Goblin Game, 7 mana red sorcery. Each player hides at least 1 item. Then all players reveal them. Each player loses life equal to the number of items he or she revealed. What does that even mean? What is an item? What? I just don't understand how that card is supposed to work. Korean Walker, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Chains of Mistopheles. Goblin Game is in Plane Shift, so no. How does this deck compare power-wise to the blue-white Clue Flash deck? I haven't played this one too much, but I think so far they feel similar. I think the blue-white one is more controlling and has a better chance to go long. Thanks for the follow, Nike. This one is more aggressive and has a better chance of picking up free wins. I mean, item is just an overly broad and vague term. Which of my most recent standard budget decks do I recommend mostly? The mono blue brain in the jar one is good. And the one from this past week, I think, is good. The blue-white clue flash. When it comes to items, use common sense. Should be small enough to hide, but large enough to count. So, if large enough to count, does that mean if it's so small you can't see it to count it, then you shouldn't use it? Make it clear what kind of object you are hiding beforehand. For example, one player may choose coins and another may choose dice. If you can't find something convenient to hide right now... Oh, Goblin game. Use common sense. Oh, magic back in the old days. Oh, you got lots of flash creatures. Yeah, Devil's Goggles is really fun. I was thinking as far as competition, I think a lot of the tutelage deck is really fun too. I think a lot of our recent budget magics have been really fun. But I think that the Clue Flash and Brain in the Jar deck are the most powerful. Alright, Dimensional Infiltrator. Our opponent's ramping. We gotta hope we can counter their big threat. So let's get in with Dimensional Infiltrator. Dare we play Fevered Visions here? 1, 2, 3. What's the worst thing they could do next turn? I think we're safe. Next turn we gotta start leaving up counters, but I think we can do it this turn. Gonna try Manic Scribe Mill, run some Displacers, Eerie Interlude sort of thing. That sounds sweet. I have to say Manic Scribe impressed me when I played it in the modern blue-black mill deck. It was a lot better than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be somewhere between bad and replacement level, and it was actually really good. It milled 6 quite a bit. I did see the mono blue spells. That deck is very close to the Brain in the Jar deck. It's essentially brainless Brain in the Jar. Very similar to the Brain in the Jar deck we played. It was very cool. It was Martin Mueller that played it. It was sweet. I liked it. Well, let's keep getting in there. Play a land. I think... Do we want to face up a Stratus Dancer? Let's just pass. Draw a card. Shivan Reef. Yeah, the blue prison deck. Oh, thank you for the follows, everyone. Much appreciated. Right X1K, something like that. Well, now we're taking 4, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, the deck looks funny. Oops, no brains. That's a good name for it. What do you think of the effect Eternal Masters have on the prices of a card like Wall of Omens? I expect that it will decrease the prices of cards like that. But I think that they will probably recover. But I think over the short term, it will likely decrease prices. Let's get in with Dimensional Infiltrator. Play Shivan Reef. Play a face-down Stratus Dancer. Thank you for the follow, Charles the God. Pass the turn. Ooh, and a Castigator? We're pretty close to stealing this with Castigator. Very close, actually. We take 4 here. I guess it depends on what our opponent has this turn. Down to 8. What do you got, opponent? There's the World Breaker. Goes after our Fevered Visions. Alright, well, let's rattle chains. Losing Fevered Visions is annoying. Why is Chameleon Colossus in the board just to get around black removal? Yeah, basically, just good against decks that are heavy on black removal. There's no... And it is also an elf, so it benefits from the elf synergies. Oh, we are so close. So if we swing with everything, we don't quite do it. The problem is we're going to have to start blocking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's face down a Stratus Dancer. Wandering Fumarole. And then pretty much we're trying to set up the win next turn with Castigator plus Exquisite Firecraft in the same turn. Worldbreaker is the sneaky card that has reach, though. This is the card that I always forget has reach, but actually does. So we would have slammed into this, hitting our opponent for 6. They would have killed our Stratus Dancer with Worldbreaker. We would have put them down to 2, and then we would have lost. Yeah, good old Worldbreaker. Doesn't... Oh, no. 1, 2, 3... Well, they only have 5 mana. What are they going to traverse for? Oh, just a waste? But I think we can win next turn if our opponent doesn't have anything crazy. Tireless Tracker, that's fine. Waste to get a clue token. Worldbreaker is pretty good. Yeah, Reality Smasher would have been good, but they don't have it here. Ruin in their wake. Search for a basic land, reveal it, and put it in the battlefield tapped. Well, I think we're gonna flip our Stratus Dancer anyway, so we might as well flip it now and counter it. I think we got it though. They attack for 4. Because we have enough mana to Castigator and Exquisite Firecraft. As long as they don't have like a 1 mana removal spell. Actually, can we just flip into it and leave up counters? Flip this, swing with everything. We hit, yeah, that's probably better. Flip Stratus Dancer, attack with the crew. Hey, awesome, Solo Top. Yeah, I'm glad you finally found the Twitch. And thanks for watching the YouTube videos. So, puts our opponent down to 3, and then Firecraft for the win with Negate backup. Firecraft is pretty good. Yeah, Stratus Dancer's pretty solid. Thanks for the follow, Solo Top. Alright, on to match 3. I'm getting better, Stu? Well, thank you. Hopefully playing so many hours a week will do that. So let me update this record. We are up to 2-0. The 5-0 dream still alive. Oh, good old backhanded compliments. Yep, we're up to 2-0. We're getting there. This deck is pretty sweet. Well, I was still tempted to just jam Castigator and hope for the best, because Castigator is pretty sweet. But then people yell at me. I'm Seth J. Joker, probably better known as Saffron Olive. Make a beard league? That would be cool. Who else really has a beard, though? Chris Van Meter. I see Ruben Bressler is working on one. Caleb also has a beard. So I guess there are a few bearded folk. Ugh. The hand where we can't cast a single spell. But we're on the draw, and if we draw blue mana... Thanks, Jason the Mind Sculptor. Oh, Frank, yes. Stu, you don't have a beard, Stu. Man, I miss the LSV Super Trooper mustache. He needs to go back to that. Alright, we'll try this. Ooh, and we get the fevered visions anyway? Alright, now I'm happy. Basic forest. Could be basically any deck in standard. Shroud Grassi. You also could be in the beard team. Good to know. Keep that in mind if we actually make a beard league. I know Stu from Twitter. Mostly from him begging me to go to GP Pittsburgh. No, I've known Stu on Twitter for a while now. And he also streams. Yikes. Well, I think we gotta Firecraft the bigger pacifist here. And hope this one can't attack. Good old Bant Humans. We lose to that deck so much. Beard doesn't even have hair. Or Beard Wedge. Wedge doesn't even have hair or a beard. Am I going to GP Pittsburgh? That seems unlikely. I don't really go to GPs very often. I'm not big into driving hours and hours to go to GPs. Are you playing Cebus? Man, why is there not coverage of the Columbus Legacy GP? Oh. Beards don't even hair. Yeah, that didn't come out quite right. It is probably true in some weird way, but... so let's... Fiery Impulse, Duskwatch. Play an island, pass the turn. I don't really want to Fevered Visions with them stuck on land, I think. Hopefully, there's been enough complaining about coverage that hopefully that will change. I guess they're covering, like, the European Legacy GP, but still. I live in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. Dark Spy. Land. Face up Stratus Dancer just so they can't flip their Lambholt Pacifists. No, way more middle of nowhere than that. I'm like literally in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the Finger Lakes area, like an hour away from Rochester, Syracuse, a little closer to Ithaca. Like literally right where all the lakes are. I live right in between the Finger Lakes, various Finger Lakes. Opponent gets to flip their dorks, which is bad. Lambholt flips. Ugh, land? Now we're kind of in trouble. I guess we attack. Maybe I should not have played Fevered Visions. My love of drawing cards is going to be the death of me. Yeah, that is New York, the Logic Blade. There isn't much. Syracuse isn't bad. Syracuse is about like Rochester, and Ithaca is probably the best city in all of upstate New York. Hey. All right. We somehow need to cast 2 spells and flip these things. Opponent draws. We need a jeez. We need something. Clash of Wills. Alright, let's land. We're gonna... This is such a horrible plan, but... We're going to Fevered Vision. Clash X0 our own Fevered Vision. And, flip the werewolves back. So maybe that's good enough. Then we can sit on our counter spells for like their collected company. I don't think we can attack though. We get there's collected company. Alright, so let's counter collected company. Yeah, it's definitely not great to have to flip the werewolves that way. If they can play another big creature or play like tracker, land, crack the clue token to get up to 4 power, or Dramoka's command, there's a whole lot of things that wreck us here, but I think that's what we had to do. Thanks for the follow, Slumpy2Time. Well, our opponent's thinking, so apparently we're not just dead. Audi22, thank you for the follow. I don't even know who Raynads is. Killery, thanks for the follow. What would you something Jesus do? Thank you for the follow. Our opponent's really tanking on this decision. Anyway, while we're waiting for our opponent, don't forget you can get a sweet playmat. Oh, I added an S to the end. You can get a sweet playmat if you want to support the stream. Hey, thank you, The Fallen, for the follow. I think I know who Raynad is, but I don't think I've ever seen his stream or anything like that. Yuza99, lose round 1. Thank you both. Hey, thanks, Click. You are a premium member on MTG Goldfish, I assume. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Oh, I guess I didn't know the Raynad story. I knew that he streamed Magic, and that now he streams Hearthstone, but I've never really watched his stream or anything like that. Yeah, our stream chat is usually pretty awesome. You all are awesome. Seth is a nickname for Saffron Olive, obviously. So you want to hear the story? Well, Seth came from this old Vietnam veteran that I lived next to. Started calling me Seth. Pretty soon, everyone was calling me Seth. Blowout. I don't know why they tanked so long when they had the Tireless Tracker play the entire time. King Cart, thank you for the follow. Oh, and Ramoka's command? They just have it all. I don't even know how we get out of this now. I think the answer is we don't. I guess we can try. Wandering Fumarole. I guess we just try to, like, chump our way through this. Let's play a Rattle Chains now to keep that one from flipping. I think's Eldon Harry. I don't know. I figured he would sack the clue and then be able to attack with both pacifists, but an animated FAQ video about the Saffron Olive story. Huh. Maybe I'll have to do that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the story of Reynard, but I don't know why you would freak out if you were cheating. We might be able to just get our opponent with fevered visions if we can survive enough. So Dimensional Infiltrator. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Displacer, gonna ruin it. Jay-Z, thank you for the follow. Oh, yeah, sorry about the problem with the original video. Come on, blink Rattle Chains. Yeah, they blinked the right one. Alright, that's the end of us. Yeah, the video is fixed. There was some error that I didn't even know about, but when I woke up this morning, but I did get it fixed. So if you haven't seen the ending, there's like 10 more minutes in the Against the Odds, and it's probably the best 10 minutes of the whole thing. Yeah, Swords to Plowshares would be awesome in this deck. Or actual equipment swords would be good too. This is a deck Saito played at the recent GP. Let's go down Spell Shrivels and bring in Roasts. What's the best card in Magic? Ancestral Recall, followed closely by Stasis. Alright, Dark Spy. See you later. Yes, we might get in a round of Momir to close out the stream tonight. We're partway through round 3 out of 5, so I think we might have enough time to close out the stream with a round of Momir tonight. So the standard metagame now is so boring, is boring as hell. I think the deck you're playing is the newest one in weeks. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that bad, but still. I have heard other people saying that they think the format is pretty boring. Good news is, spoilers start for Eldritch Moon in like 2 weeks or something. Do you like the card Calcite Snapper? I do. Ice Hot, what did you do? We'll play first. Oh, Zero Lander. Alright, this is a lot of tap lands, but better. So Fumarole, go. Who is the best deck tuner to send some of the deck lists? I think probably Jerry Thompson, Brad Nelson. They come to mind as some of the best tuners. Standard's way better than it was. Yeah, I think the current standard is pretty decent. Exalted Against the Odds. That could be cool. Yeah, definitely a lot of humans. Hopefully the other tribes get enough support in the upcoming sets to actually be able to compete with the humans. Alright, let's Fevered Visions again. Clash of Wills. Yeah, Collected Company is kind of the new Siege Rhino. Or new, like, Rally of the Ancestors. the new best card in the format. Alright, at least our opponent had a land. Duskwatch Recruiter. Opponent draws, drops to 18. We Fiery Impulse the Duskwatch. Mountain, and I think we got to pass for now and leave up Clash of Wills. Ooh, Castigator. Warriors or Cavs? I am definitely going Warriors. I'm not a Cavs hater, but I really like how the Warriors play. I've gone back and looked at Fevered Tutelage. I've messed around. Wow, 70% is a great winning percentage. I haven't. I've been working on and playing new decks, so I haven't had much time to go back and look at that one. Alright, our opponent's going to collect a company, by the looks. We get to face down a Stratus Dancer. Our opponent's going to company in response, and then we're going to Clash of Wills. LeBron is like Tarmo. Okay, I guess I can see that. This list, let me get a drink. Oh, it's Ojutai's Command. Alright, well, we'll Clash of Wills Ojutai's Command. This list is budget. It is about $70 and 70 ticks, about the same in paper or online. Well, Stratus Dancer down. Hopefully they don't just main phase a collected company. Oh, you bought a playmat, Uber Ninja? Awesome, thank you. That's a good question. I don't know if Richard is still in the chat. They don't need to be made. They're in stock. As far as exactly how long it takes you to get them, I'm not 100% sure. If Richard is in the chat, he might have a better estimate. Do I have any pets? Not currently. Well, there's the collected company. Reflector Mage, Duskwatch. Boo. Opponent gets in for one. Down to 13. Well, let's face down a Stratus Dancer. Play a Fumarole, pass the turn. We still might be able to steal this with a little bit of luck. Oh, Siri, yeah, I think international shipping takes a bit, so. Reflector Mage. Talk about Siege Rhino levels of annoyingness. Oh, so we're taking a bunch. Have I looked at the green-white company? Oh my god. I really hate this Bant Humans deck. Down to 9, and I don't know if there's any getting back into it from here. Island. Man, we were so close. Oh. One, two, three, four, five. Well, I guess we have one very slight shot. And that is Exquisite Firecraft our opponent's face. Double face-up Stratus Dancer and hope to chump our way through. And if we can chump our way through, then Exquisite Firecraft will be lethal. And another, we could double Castigator. That worked out well last time. Well, let's see. If we double burn, though, we would have just died. We would have burned them down to 2, and then 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 died on the backswing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, this is exactly lethal. Jeez. So close. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. We die. This was our only way of maybe staying alive. Is hope that we could double chump, and then they would take 2 from fevered visions, and then we burn them out with firecraft. But all right, well, 2 and 1. Yeah, the human version of Bat Company is definitely annoying to play against. That's for sure. Well, we can still go for the old 4 and 1. Mindless Funk, thank you for the follow. And we're looking good for potentially a Momir match, so I know that'll make some people happy. Should let your opponent kill you once in a while. Yeah, Reflector Mage is pretty good. Yeah, Stratus Dancer is annoying against Reflector Mage. That is true. The only product we have right now is playmats, but it's possible more comes in the future. Crazy Koala Cola, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I didn't know how so many people loved Momir. That's been one of the things I've learned while streaming. Man, we do a lot of mulliganing. Alright, Golden Light Castigator. Hefheart the Ranch? Something like that? Ted Ranch? Thank you for the follow. We'll keep Clash, I think. Oh, is this season's past? Fumarole, go. Yeah, I think Momir, I like Momir, but the randomness of it, I couldn't take it all the time. That's why I can't take Hearthstone all the time. Mountain, go. Do I do any commander deck tags? I have not. I don't feel like I'm an expert in commander, honestly. Not that I will never do a commander deck tag, but I just haven't really played that format before doing Commander Clash, so yeah, there's that. Well, let's get in with the Rattle Chains. And I think we're just gonna Fevered Visions. What's the worst that could happen? I feel like Golden Light Castigator should just be Thunderbreak Regent. So it is better than Thunderbreak at killing Planeswalkers, which I guess is why Saito put it in the deck. Live Commander Clash, that's not something that's on the schedule or anything. It's something that could maybe eventually happen, and I would like to see it happen eventually, but it's not, there's no date or anything like that. It's, well, I guess that Kalidas is the worst that could happen. Yeah, I think probably worth going with Saito. Saito knows what he's doing. Oh, Kalitas. That's why I shouldn't have tapped out. Well, do we just Golden Light Castigator ourselves to death? Yeah, I think we gotta just pass and block and Fiery Impulse Kalitas? We gotta get Kalitas off the battlefield. Oh, now we drew Exquisite Firecraft, though. Exquisite Firecraft does kill it. What's our opponent doing? Nissa's Pilgrimage. I think we're going to Clash that, even though it's not that great. Because I want Spell Mastery activated for next turn. So Clash that. And then we can Exquisite Firecraft, Cletus, Fiery Impulse, Sylvan Advocate, and we're kinda back to where we want to be. What's up, Saffron? Fevered Visions puts our opponent down to 17. Alright, so Exquisite Firecraft, kill Cletus. Spell Mastery activated, Fiery Impulse, Sylvan Advocate down. And Rattle Chains puts our opponent down to 15. And now I think we're in decent shape. Yes, it does gain our opponent way too much life. Uh-oh. Advocate. Oh, big advocates. Opponent draws down to 13. Clash of Wills. Good lord. Alright, I think we gotta pass. I have not played Overwatch. What do we draw? Well, there's a land, finally. So we're gonna have to block an Advocate. Man, Hissing Quagmire is gonna be a lot of damage, though. Yeah, we got wrecked because of Castigator stacking. So, block with Rattle Chains, take 4. Then we get to kill one Sylvan Advocate with Fiery Impulse. Getting rid of a 4/5 Sylvan Advocate is not easy for this deck. Not at all. Alright, so let's Impulse the Advocate. Opponent draws down to 11. How do we get back into this? So we can face down Stratus Dancer. Golden Knight Castigator is just gonna get killed, and then we die on the backswing. Yeah, I think we're pretty dead. Three Sylvan Advocates and a Cletus is a lot of pressure. Thanks for the follow, Das. Another island. Has there ever been a hasty 4-power flyer? There have been hasty 4-power flyers. A lot of them have downsides. They might all have downsides. Yeah, that's my favorite Commander Clash deck that I've built, Toxic Music. The mono black Storm deck. Alright. We got a chump. I don't think we have a card that gets us out of this. We do get Rose after sideboarding, which helps, but Nissa's Pilgrimage. Opponent's down to 9. Infiltrator. Yeah, we're dead. Well, we get why? I don't understand this. So why can someone that's banned still talk? Is there any way to stop that from happening? Saffron hates something something. I don't know. I still see the chatting. Oh, it's a PM, but I'm seeing it in the chat? Okay, good. Good. I don't know why. I thought that if I was getting message, it pops up as on its own separate stream, but it's like in the chat, so... Well, as long as no one else can see it, that's fine. Alright, so sideboarding. Sorry about that. There was, okay, that's what I gotta do. Apparently I'm being whispered at. Alright. There, we're back to normal. Sorry about that. It was kind of over the top there for a minute. Hang on just a second. Alright, so we got a sideboard real quick. Sorry about the distraction there. And take out... Ugh. Oh, man. That was bad. Oh, no! Yikes. Well, this is gonna go much worse than we had hoped because we didn't get to sideboard because of the issues with the stream. Fumeral goo. Well, we could still be alright. We got a couple counters, which are good. Fiery Impulse can maybe kill something. Our opponent mulled to 5, so we might still have a shot. Alright, and we get a Fevered Visions, which seems good against this deck. So maybe we'll actually get a a chance to sideboard after all. Ooh, alright. Sweet. Now we can just play the control game. I actually think we're going to win. This hand is awesome. We should play 63 cards all the time. Thanks for the follow. We get to draw a Roast. Roast is solid. Explosive Vegetation. Yeah, I guess we just counter that. This hand is so good, it does make me want to play 63 cards all the time. Opponent's down to 16. Mountain, face down, Stratus Dancer. Awesome, Hornpub. Thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated. All right. Oh wow, and our opponent just scooped. Whoo. All right. All right. There was some moderation things I needed to do in the chat a minute ago, so I didn't have time to sideboard, so I just jammed in a couple of spells, and that was the end of it. So do we stick with 63 cards? Tracy King, enjoy your draft. I want the negates, though. So we can go up to 67. Oh, there was someone being disruptive, Jason. So had to take care of it. MIB, thank you for the follow. 67 cards? What do we take out in this matchup, though? Yeah, I guess Castigators just die. Oh, Shroud Grashi. Well, I'll definitely keep an eye out. At least, I've never actually had to ban anyone before. So now I know how to do it. So if things happen again, hopefully I will be quicker on the draw because I actually know how to ban someone now. Just never had that happen. We always have such a nice, respectful chat. Haven't had any trolls like that. Impulse, yeah, that's true. I guess we can just rely on Roast and Firecraft. Alright, we'll try it like that. I guess I was a little scared of the triple Sylvan Advocate draw, but I guess that's the only thing Impulse really hits. Alright, couple clashes, couple flyers. It's about par for the course. Fumeral, go. Mad about the Coalition victory beatdown. Alright, that's good. They did not have a Sylvan Advocate. Ooh, and we get a Fevered Visions? What's up? Looking forward to tonight's CSL. I'm trying out Blue-White Clue Flash tomorrow. Digital Dead, thanks for the follow. Sweet, I think you'll have fun with the Blue-White Clue Flash deck. I think it's pretty sweet. And CSL should be sweet. No Banless Modern is sweet, so... yeah, let's clash this. No reason to let our opponent start ramping. Mountain, go. I think I'm not going to slam Fevered Visions yet. Uh-oh. I haven't even... oh, there it is. Alright. Yes. I'm doing it. Sorry. I don't know why we're getting so many trolls tonight. Duress. Alright. Duress resolves. Yeah, it should be Skull Clamp like crazy. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, maybe I'll have to look into the whole mod thing now that the stream is getting bigger. We got Stu, but Stu can't do it on his own. Zero, thank you for the follow. Morph. Can't really do anything about it. Likely a Den Protector. Yeah, I've silenced the person now, but if they keep making new accounts, I have to silence them again. Alright, Rattle Chains down. Mountain. Let's get in with Rattle Chains. And Fevered Visions. Yeah, I'll have to disable whispers. I'm not exactly 100% sure how I do that. Yeah, IP banning might be a good thing for Twitch. I've been reading some stuff about other games having some serious problems. What does our opponent have? Yeah, I will have to turn off accepting whispers. I just don't know how to do it, so I probably will wait till after our stream is done, because I'm not exactly sure how to do it. So after the stream, I will look into that, so it will be set for next time. Alright, we're taking 2. Let's focus on maybe winning this match and going 3-1. So we get to... Our opponent's down to 15. Another Visions? Alright, let's roast Tireless Tracker, Mountain, and let's just play another Fevered Visions and hope we can just Fevered Visions our opponent to death. I think that could work. Yeah, taking away anonymity is a good option. I've seen that happen with chat sites that switch to Facebook for their comments, so you actually have to be logged into your Facebook account to comment, and the level of offensiveness drops significantly. I just wasn't prepared for it because we've never had a problem with it. Like I said before, our chat is always just so awesome and sweet that I just never had to really be concerned about stuff like that. Alright, we're getting beaten down, but that's alright. Our opponent is going to take 4 here. Down to 11, down to 9. We get a Spell Shrivel. We hit our opponent down to 7. And then I think we just roast the Den Protector and sit on our Rattle Chains and our Spell Shrivel. Ooh, and Firecraft? Well, if they don't have discard... Fevered Visions is so good against slow controlling decks. Yeah, definitely have to get the mod thing going. That's definitely the solution. Alright, well, we lose our Firecraft, but... I think you can get around IP bans if you really want to, but it takes more effort, and some number of people are not going to go through the effort necessary to get around an IP ban. Oh yeah, having 600-700 people definitely makes moderation harder. Well, I think we still have this. Our opponent has to take Firecraft or they just lose. Yeah, enjoy the CSL. I will probably be in the chat at some point. I think we hit 1,000 at one point. So I think that's the highest we've gotten. We broke 1,000. I can't remember. I think it was one of our 5-0 Super Friends streams. We broke 1,000. Well, our opponent's going to drop to 3. And then, I guess we just Rattle Chains. And our opponent's going to start killing stuff. But it doesn't especially matter. Another counter. So let's get in with Rattle Chains. Richard, who is in the chat as MTG Goldfish Richard, I think, or something along those lines, is the creator and founder of MTG Goldfish. I just do the content. I'm the content manager. But it started more than a year before I got there, a couple years before I got there. I mean, it's kind of... I guess it's kind of weird, but it's not as weird for me because I'm used to like doing the YouTube videos and stuff. The only difference is it's live. So I don't know. I'm not really. It's not really intimidating for me just because of that. I'm used to making content that people see. But there's definitely a different aspect of it with the live aspect. Can our opponent get... They need to get one more card out of their hand. Not very big as far as the team. And that does it. Fevered Visions got all the way. That's true. I don't edit too many puns in the videos, really. Because people actually like them. That's part of the charm, is the puns. Yeah, I like T-Woo, and I appreciate his deck building, but I don't think that he will be working at Goldfish in the near future. That's not anything that's in the works or anything like that, so I like T-Woo personally, though. I don't know him personally, but I like his decks and his work. I definitely appreciate that. I've never met him in real life or anything. Big, thank you for the follow. Island Swamp is neither Richard or Chaz, as Joseph, and he was a vintage writer for, I think he still is actually, for Pure MTGO, and now he's doing some vintage content for the site as well. Chaz actually just does the podcast on the site, and then he writes articles for Adam. Welcome. He writes articles on Quiet Speculation, and then he does the podcast with us, and then sometimes like the video reviews we do together and stuff as well. Yeah, Momir, so we are going into match 5. So this is our last match of the league, trying to get our 4-1. And then after that, we'll play one more match, but it will be Momir. So that'll be our final match of the stream. Hey, thanks, Philip. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. And thank you for the follow, Pro. All right, here we go. Let me update the record. We are 3-1, going for a 4-1. And then we have enough time tonight that we should be able to close out with one match of Momir to finish out the stream. Because I know people have been asking for it all week, so it's finally going to happen tonight, a match of Momir. Can you use some writers from competitive play, like some formats? Yeah, that is I would like to see more of those type of writers as well. But Platinum Pros don't grow on trees. Martha, thank you for the follow. Hey, we got a schedule command now? Oh, Richard, we should, since you're in the chat and testing the schedule, we should update that to 6 on Thursdays, because I think we're going to keep it at 6, and at least until CSL ends. That's true, Stu. Oh, man. So many fevered visions. If we can just land all these fevered visions. Twin Tag, thank you for the follow. Do you have the Platinum Pro Tree startup, Dice Storm? Wait, there's a Saffron Olive. Wait, how do we get that? What's the command? Oh, that's not a command. That's just Jay-Z posting it. I thought that was the Saffron Olive command. Alright. We're taking 2 from Loam Dryad. Let's focus and see if we can close this out with a 4-1. Sushi and MTG? Come on, land. Land? Please? Back to begging for lands, like every video. Opponent cracks a Valving Wilds. Land? Oh, Gold Knight Castigator. Alright, well, I guess we need to face up a Stratus Dancer. CSL is 5 Pacific, I believe. It's probably starting in 5 minutes or so, if you're waiting for CSL. Yeah, this is the LSV draft deck, essentially. Catacomb Sifter. And take 1. Come on, land. Maybe? Oy. Alright, get in with Stratus Dancer. We're getting blown out. Yikes. CSL is Community Super League, which is a streaming event that Wizards does, featuring like Wedge from the Manosaurs, the Professor, Gabby, the Girlfriend Bracket, Nami, Cheon, a bunch of big name streamer / content producer people, and they play cool, wacky formats. This week is no banless modern. So someone else said that this song sounds like a phone ringing. Yeah, there's gonna be lots of skull clamps tonight. That is very likely. Visionary, Adam Kaiser, Commander Clash was awesome. Thank you for the deck. Big props. I had a blast playing it. It was really fun. I really loved the deck. So thank you for submitting it. I think we're gonna do another viewer submitted episode in the future because, all right, I'm scooping. I don't want to just not cast anything forever. Plus, this gets us to Momir more quickly. What would I play in No Banless Modern? Well, without actually working on it at all, I would say that I would probably play Skullclamp Elves. I think would be my guess at being one of the best decks. Something with Skullclamp would certainly be my choice. I think there is other good decks that could be brewed or that you could play, but Leopold writes for Newmont's site, Newmont Gaming, and I think maybe someplace else when he's not busy casting Hearthstone with Kibler. I didn't even know that Frank was a Hearthstone player, but you'd go Modern Eggs with... Oh, man. Yeah, that deck was... If it's not expected, the Eggs deck is really good when it has Sunrises. Alright, we get to play first. And we got our Fevered Visions. Fevered Visions for the win. It probably won't be as easy as it was against... Yeah, you need the Mental Missteps to stop the Skull Clamps. I think that's... And I mean, you can even play something to get... like Stoneforge to get the Skull Clamp. Stoneforge, Squadron... I mean, you can just play... Basically... Yeah. Jeez. Skullclamp is just so absurd. They release the decks as they go. So, like, as a match starts, they release the decks. So they don't release them ahead of time like Vintage Super League does. So they release them one match by one match. Spirit of the Labyrinth is good clamp tech. Or, oh geez, the blue-black creature. I was really scared of running into it on Commander Clash last night, because it would have wrecked me. Someone is playing 12 Postal Eldrazi? Jeez. Infect is absurd as well. Oh man, the Blazing Shoal Effect deck is really insane. That deck got very consistent turn 2 kills. Well, let's get the visions started. And our opponent brought in negates. Uvenwald Mysteries. Oh, that could be potentially be cool. Catacomb Sifter. Alright, let's Fever Divisions. You watching the both? Got CSL and me? Sweet. I haven't really played no Banless Legacy. It sounds like a cool format, though. Yeah, negated. It does seem sweet. I don't know why you wouldn't just play Legacy, but still, seems cool. The 12 post deck is abusing Cloud Post. That's smart. He might just be playing the actual... Look up Sam Black's deck from Pro Tour Philadelphia. I think he finished 2nd place in the first Modern Pro Tour. We are 3-1. This is... And we're down a game. Do they have company? They do. Whiff, 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 whiff. Double displacer. That's bad. Opponent draws. We get an impulse. Well, that's not bad. So we get to... Well, it's not good either. What to do? Yeah, I guess we got an Exquisite Firecraft, a Displacer. Yeah, this is Displacer combo. Arcane Denial... It might be too good for Modern. It's definitely major card disadvantage, but... 2-mana counter, unconditional counter. I don't know, maybe it'd be fine. Yeah, this is a Displacer combo by the looks. Alright, we're taking 6 down to 11. Hey, awesome! Thank you, Perkaboo, for hanging out in the stream. Glad you could finally catch it. Alright, down to 11. Supercell? I don't think I've ever played Supercell. I'm not sure I know what that is. Impulse wouldn't kill anything, because we don't have Spell Mastery. So all we could have killed was the token. We can't Impulse right now. Not really. And a Loam Dryad? Yeah, we're so far behind. Another Visions. Alright, so Firecraft, get drained. Impulse, get drained. I don't think this is gonna do it though. We're just not drawing lands. Yeah, we were 1 spell short. Well, this deck is good when it looks good, but it does kind of struggle with when it gets behind on board, it seems, is my impression of this deck. We're just dead here. Well, probably the easiest replacement is, for Gold Knights is, Thunderbreak Regent. Yeah, we break even. And, yeah, that does it. Well, the deck is sweet. I think I like the blue-white version better, the one we played earlier, just because it's more controlling and I like some of the cards in it. They play similar games. I'm not sure about Golden Knight Castigator. Seems definitely like a high-risk card. But, I don't know. It seems like the deck struggles to get back when it gets behind. Anyway, League is over, which means we get to do a game of Momir to close out the stream. So, if you want to play me on stream in Momir, send me a challenge, and I will accept for our final match of the stream tonight. So, I'll give you a minute or two for someone to challenge me. If no one challenges me, then I'll jump into the queue and just play against whoever. But that'll be fun. We finally got to do a game of Momir. People have been asking for it all week, and finally getting paid off. Oh, I just had someone tell me if I could tell them the name, or ask me on Twitter if I could tell them the name of the song at 1 hour and 46 minutes into the Tuesday stream. And I don't know that off the top of my head, unfortunately. The deck's been sweet. It plays a lot like the blue-white one. Similar. Momir is pretty cheap. You pay $9.99 in the Moto store. You get the whole deck and the avatar. Alright. Byron Ba. Oh, sorry, SYM. Maybe, if there's enough interest, maybe we'll just do an entire Momir stream at some point. Let me pull up the Momir avatar before everyone starts asking what Momir is. Let's see. So, this is Momir. We'll keep. Yes, everyone's favorite random format. So Mountain, go. No islands is a good thing. Not a big fan of islands. There might have been a Kanye remix. There are some remix songs, so it might have been. Swamp, and let's make a 2-drop. Spin the wheel of luck. And we get, oh, Exiled Bogart. Oh, when it dies, discard a card. So we pretty much just want to make sure that doesn't die, because discarding is really bad. Oh, I guess I didn't have enough old ones. I always say I need to update this deck. There are actual avatars, or vanguards, in paper. So you can buy a Momir. It is oversized, but it probably was Freak Fandango Orchestra. Gruul Guildmage. Sack a land, 2 damage, pay 4, creature gets +2/+2. Sure. I don't play any wastes in my deck, and I don't think I will play wastes when I update my deck. Actually, we gotta skip our 3-drop. Making it 3 seems bad. Mojo Slow is the best version. I found out that I never drafted any wastes. I definitely drafted some wastes. How did you play your colorless Eldrazi in Oath Limited? Swamp and Pitch Mountain. Try to pitch these lands that don't match. Oh, okay. Thran War Machine, 4/5, attacks each turn if able, Echo 4. So we gotta skip our entire next turn if we want to keep that alive? I don't know about that. I don't know. Skipping our 5-drop to keep a 4/5 ground artifact alive doesn't seem very good. Probably just let it die. I really don't want to skip our 5-drop for that. Our 5-drop is probably going to be better than that. Graft 4. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter. Move a +1/+1/+1 counter from a creature you control onto it. Alright. Well, 4/4 for 4. That does things with counters that aren't really relevant. I love how during Momir the chat is quiet and focused. Yeah, that's true. There are not different decks in Momir, but the creatures are completely random. I guess the way you build your lands is kind of a different deck. You have control over that. But the decks are always all basic lands. And then a Momir avatar in the sideboard. We get Savage Fire Trample, enters the battlefield with 7 counters. When you tap a land, remove a counter. Oh, we are just whiffing our way up the curve. Jeez. So we had a 4-drop that dies into a 5-drop that dies. Yeah, Graft is pretty annoying on Moto. Do the lands matter? They matter. They do. You want to have lands that allow you to activate the abilities on your creatures and also avoid like Island Walk and some of the things like that. Favorite deck you've seen come up on MTG Goldfish? Keep an eye. Our opponent's in mono, like good on curve creatures. 5/4 Flying Vigilance. I guess this is bad Avacyn, but it's still pretty good in this format. But we are getting nothing. If you're looking for decks that I find interesting, check out the Instant Deck Tech series. Because those are usually basically the most interesting decks that I find on Goldfish. And sometimes other places, like Japanese sites and stuff. Going for the Scornful Egotist. We're going to need a big flyer at some point. Oh, I can change that to Momir. We get in some damage, and then we lose our Fire Cat. Mountain. Fire Cat kills itself. Actually, it survives as a 1/1. Huge stack of Fire Cat triggers. Yes. That card is savage to whoever casts it. What a downside. It's that. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, that's an actual card. Zathrid Gorgon. Death Touch. Put a petrification counter on target creature against defender and becomes a colorless artifact in addition to its other types, and its activated abilities can't be activated. So we can keep from getting attacked. There's not a Momir avatar in paper? Are you sure? Or Vanguard, rather? Yeah, our opponent's been running fairly well. But our Gorgon is going to be pretty solid. At least it shuts down this Avacyn from attacking. So we're going to play off curve for a bit, but be nice if... Whoa! Okay. They're just going... I guess they had to skip their drop anyway, so... Sure. Well, we're down to 16. Yeah, that's true. The Vanguard cards were from the late 90s. They should print one then. Make the 2-drop Chief of the Scale. Pumps up Warriors. No Warriors. So, Swamp. 1, 2. Yep. Savage Firecat dies. Do we even want to make a 4-drop? Yeah, I guess we probably should. Make a 4. Hope it's decent. Plague Sliver is big, but it's going to kill us in 16 turns. If you want to play in paper, you just basically got to get a... You can't really do every card. But you can have just like a pile of 500 2-drops and shuffle them up and flip one over type of thing. Have you ever sold a card and then had it spike right after? Managed to sell Ivugan for $2 right after MMA 2015. I have definitely done that. It's annoying, not a great feeling, but you gotta just feel like you made the right decision at the time and not be results oriented. If it was the right thing to do at the time, you can't really blame yourself. There's no way of knowing that they were gonna print 2-mana, 3-mana Broken Eldrazi. Alright. Overlord isn't too good. Yeah, buying Reckoners for 40 is maybe worse in some ways. We went 3 and 2 Dark Spy. Won the first 3, and then faded down the end. Or no, we were 2-1. 1-2, lost 1. 1-1, lost 1, yeah. We were playing for 4-1 right at the end. So let's petrify Avacyn. Emrakul is 15, but yeah, it would be sweet to hit Emrakul. Watch us just die to our Plague Sliver in like a million turns. Take a damage, down to 15. Let's play a Forest. Can we pass? Yeah, I think we can pass here. Ooh, selling Narset Foil for 65 is pretty solid. That's the opposite of selling Ivugan at 2. Yeah, I can't... Do you remember when Narset was like over $200 a playset? And then basically was unplayable for its entire life in Standard. Not unplayable, but close to unplayed. Momir, ugh. Verdant Force is going to make our opponent a lot of tokens. Alright, they pump it up. We finished the league 3 and 2. And this is the first game of Momir, so this match is 0-0 still. We're just petrifying things, trying to stay alive. Verdant Force is going to be hard to beat. Gets a token each upkeep, so not only their upkeep, but our upkeep. While we are slowly draining our own life away with Plague Sliver. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. We can make a 6. We might have to just start making things and hope to hit something good. 7s or 8s would be so much better, but alright, let's make a 6. Come on, Wormcoil. Or Admission Angel. Temur War Shaman. When it enters the battlefield, manifests. When a permanent you control is turned face up, if it's a creature you can fight. Alright. Well, it gets us another body. Yeah, I think a lot of our games went either 2-1 or 1-2. Alright, let's pass. My guess is a mountain, but it could also be a swamp. It's a swamp. Yeah, not very good in Momir though, because we can't really flip our swamps. It would be sweet if we could flip them and they would go back to being lands as ramp. That would make Manifest awesome. Chrome Scale Drake. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 3 cards of your library, put all artifacts into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. So basically they just mill 3. You can buy Momir from the Magic Online store for $9.99 plus whatever taxes there are in your area. Alright, let's keep putrefying. We might be able to start attacking with Plague Sliver this turn, just to get it off the board. We're going to get overrun by Saprolings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let's skip. Skip the turn. Now we're up to 7s next turn. Yeah, Manifest would be crazy if you could flip it for 0. Displacer, petrifying, I think, actually. Petrify? Yeah, petrification. So we're petrifying. Or no, I guess it's putrefying. Yeah, you're right. Good call. Petrify is like scared, right? And putrefy is not the same. Alright, I think we stop the flyer. Well, we're kind of staying alive, but eventually they're going to have more Saproling tokens than we have creatures. I've had that happen to me before, Iron Osity, with various streams, but usually refreshing fixes it for me. But I've definitely gotten stuck on ads on Twitch before as well. Pretty annoying. But I don't know any trick other than just refreshing. That's what I would do. Yeah, this one's looking long. We might be able to time our opponent out. Byron. Opponent makes a 5-drop. Oh, they're leaving up mana to shoot things with their lands. Shard Phoenix. When it dies, 2 damage to each creature without flying. Opponent gets a token. We go down to 12. Well, I guess we can make 7s and hope to get lucky. 8s would be better because that's where the mass bounce is, but... Or maybe we just get Phage, put ourselves out of our misery. Flying Flash. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, exile all attacking creatures. Man, I should play it in Commander sometime. Seems like a blowout. Well, it's a flying blocker, which is something. I don't know if our opponent wanted to do that. I think our opponent just wiped away all their Saprolings. And now all their creatures are putrefied. Okay. We'll take it. That was an interesting choice. Sorry, Byron. Were you trying to attack there? I assume you were trying to attack and accidentally sacked. Good old Moto misclick. Well, thank you. I was getting pretty scared of all your tokens. Spirit of the Night. Flying, trample, haste, protection. Oh, pro black. That means we can't put a counter on it. And it has first strike when attacking. Yep. Well, our opponent has a lot of defenders. Yeah, that was definitely a moto fail. I think we're still going to lose, though. I guess we get to make an 8-drop finally. And maybe bounce everything or something. We go back to losing life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on! Bounce of some type. Ooh, Razia. Razia is interesting. Can we even attack? Does this have first strike? Flying Vigilance Haste. So we... These things can still block. Alright, I guess we just pass. I don't have lethal. They aren't pacified, they're just defenders, so our opponent can still block there. Yeah, we're gonna have to double block Spirit of the Night. Doesn't feel great, but even though it has first strike, it doesn't quite get through our crew. I guess we might be able to get a blowout with Razia. Yeah, I guess I should be suiciding the Plague Sliver before it kills us. We need to hit... This is lose a life? Deals 1 damage. Alright. We need to hit like a Platinum Empyrean. That would be good. So let's double block. Let's see. Next 3 damage will be dealt to target creature you control. So... damage dealt to that angel will be dealt to the Sapperling token. So we get rid of the Spirit of the Night. This thing has flying, actually, and pro-black, and trample and haste, and first strike, if it's attacking. Yeah, I guess you didn't need to double block with Razia, but whatever. Opponent, well, good news is we actually played extra lands while we were leaving up our Gorgon, so we can still make 8 drops. We finished 3-2. We started off 3-1, lost the last round playing for a 4-1. Deck was interesting. It felt a lot like the blue-white deck that we played earlier in the week. A more aggressive version of it. Alright, opponent gets a token. We go down to 4. Come on, Platinum Empyrean. Something good. Ugh. Well, Tide's about Tyrants of Flyer, but we never cast spells. So we definitely can attack with Plague Sliver. Can we attack with our Flyers? They block. I don't think we really can. We'll just attack with Plague Sliver. Our opponent takes it. I thought they would jump with a token, perhaps. Yeah, Tidespout Tyrant is sweet, but you never really cast a spell in Momir, so we never get to bounce anything. Opponent is making 8-drop by the looks. Well, that's one of the worst 8-drops. Does basically nothing. Huh, I'm sorry, Iron Aussie. I don't know. I haven't heard any other complaints about it. I don't know why the ad is sticking for you. I will have to see if I can look into it after streaming or something so it doesn't happen again. I don't know why that would happen. opponent passes. This has been quite the Momir match. They get a token. We get a Plague Sliver damage. We pitch a mountain and... Oh, Reaver Demon. So many things that would be good if we could have cast them from our hand. Well, let's get in with our Plague Sliver. I blame it on Overwatch. It's Overwatch's fault. Our opponent blocks with the token. Hey, did you hear me say that? Last time I said something about blocking with the token, and now you're doing it. I think we're still going to die to our own Plague Sliver. That's what we get for making it 4-drop for no very good reason. We could still win by timeout. What happens now? Oh god, Ashen Rider. I'm pretty sure you can exile my Plague Sliver if you want. There we go. Yeah, that's true. I gotta be careful what I say. I'm gonna make myself lose. Good news is it's Momir, so it's not a very competitive format. What? Do we have any way of staying alive? Pegfear, is that real advice? Are you trying to get Orimon to destroy his or her computer? What's up, SS? Thanks for the follow, by the way, everyone. Yeah, if you haven't followed yet, that would be sweet. Well, I think this is our last turn to hit a massive bounce creature. We need to hit the Kraken. Do I like Scaled Worm? Alright. We'll scoop. Do I like altered cards? Sometimes. It depends on the altar. I don't collect them or anything, but... Yeah, my Momir configuration is on the screen. Mountains, forests, plains, swamps, islands. Alright, we get to play first here in Game 2 of our Momir match. Thanks for the follow, Klaus, TCG. So if you haven't yet, you can pick up a sweet playmat or play to support the stream. $19.99. They're in stock now. They have the sweet goldfish art on them. What's my favorite song? I like a lot of songs. That's really hard to say. Average, thank you for the follow. Also, if you're interested in checking out old streams, all of our streams are uploaded to MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube, so make sure to subscribe to that. And, like ID Cradio, if you haven't, go ahead and follow the stream. Oh, we're going to do it! Living the Infect Dream. Thanks for the follow, Colt. We're going to do it. We got to get in 10 attacks with Plague Stinger. Our opponent has to never hit a flyer. I think that would be Randy Bueller, Hurricane. Sig, the River Guide. Gives a merfolk protection from a color. Thanks for the follow, Native. 7-7. Alright. We need to hit some pump creatures. I should not have played this forest. But, okay. Fallow Worm. When it enters the battlefield, sack it unless you discard a land. Alright, we'll discard a land. Discarding sucks, but... yeah, the commands are improving. Poison counter #1. opponent passes. Alright, poison counter number 2. We got to skip a couple drops now, because we discarded and played a 3-drop. Man, I don't think I've ever got there with poison. Definitely without that is true. Jank Purveyor is that got to be the best line in that text. I might update my Twitter bio with Jank Purveyor. That is me to a T. Because I want to win with poison, mostly. Also, they could have just given their SIG protection, so it wouldn't have really mattered anyway. That sounds like a description of a movie. Whenever it becomes a target of a spell or ability, you return it to its owner's hand. Alright. Well, it's not a flyer, so the poison dream is still alive. Winning with 10 attacks by Plague Stinger that's against the odds. That would be so sweet. We're gonna need a lot of luck for that to happen. But it's not impossible. I don't think I've ever hit a Plague Stinger before. And we're, let's see, 30% of the way there. What's next? Not flyer. When it dies, all creatures get negative. Oh no! They can kill our Plague Stinger. Oh, blown out. So they can sack this to draw a card and kill our Plague Stinger. Oh. Alright. Well, we'll get him up to 4. Maybe... Yeah, I guess we could hit... I don't even know. Yeah, Thunderclap. Well, let's make a 6. See what happens. Maybe we can hit something that'll save us. Well, making our opponent discard isn't bad, but it doesn't help us keep... Maybe they just can't afford to sack it. They can always sack it, like, right at the end. I've definitely won with Blightsteel Infect before. That's not that crazy. If you can draw a card or something and just get up to 11 drops. Stop at 5 and try to get Putrefax. Man, if you drafted... Do you remember drafting Scars of Mirrodin? Later, Shroudgrashi. Thanks for hanging out. See you next week. Tuesday is the next stream, so... Infect was so good. The Nut Infect deck in Scars of Mirrodin draft, so amazingly good. Was it Cyst Bear? Was the green 3-drop that was pretty solid? Skitherix, yeah. Skitherix would be a good hit. The problem with making like 5s is there's so many bad ones. Looks like our opponent is just going to pass and Plague Dogs. Oh, they're going to do it right now. Alright. Plague Stinger Dream over. Oh, we already did our Standard League token. We're finishing up tonight with a Momir match as our final match of the night. Yeah, the thing with Infect in Scars draft was... if you were the only person in it, you would get a like 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 deck and no one could compete with you. But since everyone knew that the Infect deck was absurd, if like 3 people were drafting Infect, then your deck would be really bad and you would lose almost immediately. Oh, if we had got this last turn, we could have killed the Plague Dogs. Ew, you're a fan of Triple Zendikar? I am not a huge fan of Triple Zendikar. Got the Transguild Courier. Oh man, our opponent hits the Coalition Victory for the win. Triple Zendikar is so fast. I mean, opening fetch lands is sweet. That's a reason to play right there. Open some really valuable fetch lands. Yep. I never would have guessed there would have been Transguild Courier on screen in multiple matches this week. Alright, let's attack. The original Zendikar was really, really fast format. Blocks. Alright, we get in for 4. So we're killing our opponent Decimator Web style. 4 poison counters, 4 actual damage dealt. Yeah, Vampire Nighthawk. Good card. All those Vampire 1-drops. The Jank Purveyor. Iron Barbed Helion. Haste 5/4 can't block. Well, I guess we take 5. We're not going to trade our Angel. Now we need the updated version. Mountain, and let's see what we get at 8. The big payoff in Momir is... Ooh! Alright. That be Avacyn. Well, I think we're going to win this one in short order, because we have an Avacyn and another huge flyer. Mage Ring, a responder, doesn't untap, 7 untap when it attacks 7 damage to a creature. But I think we got him. Mage Ring Purveyor isn't going to be enough. Yeah, Avacyn is pretty good. Yeah, we are Angel Tribal. Alright. Heading to Game 3 of our Momir match. The final game of the final match of the night. And we'll keep. Opponent leads on a mountain. We have a mountain. Pass the turn. 2-drop for our opponent is... Oh, Doorkeeper. Gonna get milled out. Put 2 in a blue, tap it. Target player puts the top X cards of his or library into his or graveyard, where X is the number of creatures with Defender you control. Alright, we're going to start discarding these islands since we don't want to play them. And our 2-drop. Yeah, we only have like 6 islands in the deck, so having 3 in our hand, that's against odds. Benelish Calvary. I believe the rough drafts will be up tonight. I'm pretty sure. I got it recorded and submitted before streaming, so it should be up tonight. I've had a hard time getting them up on Thursday nights with the increased stream schedule, because before I could record them on Wednesdays, but now we stream Wednesdays, so, but this week I actually did get it done, so it should be up tonight. Island pitched and... Hungry Spriggan? Whenever it attacks, it gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Okay. Hungry Spriggan. Yeah, that is... that is pretty good art. Out of all the art in the battlefield, Hungry Spriggan isn't bad. Eh. Benelish Cavalry's not great. What else do they got? Summit Apes? Eh. It's an ape, that's for sure. Swamp and 4-drop is... Man, 4 islands? We have drawn so many islands. Is this the same artist as the... No. I can't remember. What is the artist on the Surf token? I know his name, too. This is Kev Walker. Ooh, when an X enters the battlefield, exile another permanent and return it. Sweet. Well, that's just a removal spell. We get to get rid of the ape. Glimmerpool Stage is awesome. That's like, Yeah, the declaration in stone. Thanks for the follows, by the way. I probably missed a couple. Drew Tucker, thank you. Yes, it's Drew Tucker is the surf token, and Kev Walker is the doorkeeper. It is. It's sad because the new surf token art is awesome, but it just can't compare to the Drew Tucker version. I did not take the land. I was thinking that we could win as the aggro deck, but it's almost always correct to take the land in Momir. And we could have. The thing is, the land would have returned, so hitting a creature, since it's a token, it doesn't come back. So that's... Ooh. Jeez. That's scary. Yeah, it's a flicker effect. That just is really good in the format because all the creatures are tokens. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Alright. Benelish Cavalry can now attack through Doorkeeper. What else did Drew do? I'm curious. Blown out by flanking. What's my favorite non-token card art? I don't know off the top of my head. I would have to actually think about that to give a good answer. I don't have one that just pops up as my favorite. Yeah, I guess I could have. I figured our opponent would just block the stag and then take the damage, because that's what I would have done, but I guess I could have done that. Is this Drew Tucker? It is Drew Tucker. Good call. Going to steal our flanker. Okay. Primeval Titan, High Tide. None of them compared to the surf token, though. Scrying is so bad in Momir. But 4/4 Flyers are good. Alright, 6-drop, go. Oh. What do we get? Oh, Soul of New Phyrexia. Soul of New Phyrexia is good. Grazing Kelpie, Plateau. So there's a lot of Drew Tucker pieces floating around. Well, 6/6 Trample is not bad. We might be able to win before time runs out. It's going to be close. It really depends. If our opponent like whiffs or something, then we can. Oh. Yikes. Well, that's going to make it harder to win. It's been getting a bit of coverage lately, Rock, as far as Momir. They still don't have dailies, which is too bad, or leagues. Hopefully those things will happen eventually. But I have heard more coverage of it and people playing it. Got the GGs. Looks like our Momir is going to end with a timeout. Unless we hit Phage. Tyrant. Pass the turn. Quick count of 50. So 57. Okay. Well, there goes our Souls of New Phyrexia. We might actually lost this if the game kept going. What's the 8-drop? Oh, Sanguine Praetor. Well, Byron, thank you very much for the Momir game. It was a fun one. Game 1 was super long and complex. Pretty interesting game. Anyway, everyone, that is the end of the stream for tonight. We'll be back We'll be back next week on Tuesday for the next stream. So yeah, thanks again to Byron. We went 3-2 in the league. One Momir, sort of. If we could have played it out, I don't know from that board state. We did have more Fliers, but our opponent had more powerful creatures, so... Anyway, and don't forget, if you're looking for stream replays, you can go to the Replay YouTube and the Playmats. If you are interested in supporting the stream, you can pick up a Playmat. And don't forget to follow the Twitch as well if you haven't already, so definitely appreciated. Anyway, everyone, rough drafts coming out tonight, all the normal stuff this weekend. Have a great weekend. And I will see you on Tuesday for the stream.